All right, here we go. This one's gonna be a 9x25mm Dillon test. Today we're gonna be testing out some Underwood ammo. So for that one, it is the 124 grain XTP bullet. There's what that thing looks like. It does have your standard brass case. It's rated at 1700 feet per second. So we'll see how close we come today. So we are gonna be testing out of our Glock 29. That one does have a 9x25 Dillon extended ported conversion barrel in it, and it is 4.64 inches long. Without those ports, right before those ports, is right around that 4-inch mark. So we'll be going through our gel. Those are 10% calibrated blocks. Do have our catch block behind that, so a total of 22 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front, and like always, we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how this round does. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. All right, let's see what we did on that one. Of course, that was Flint City. Man, that was Flint City. All right, let's see what we did on that one. So our impact velocity was 1617, so that's actually awesome to see. Rated was 17, and that was a little bit shorter barrels, so that is great to see there. And you could definitely tell that thing was pretty spicy for sure. All right, so there's that hit. So it looks like I got another perfect shot on that block, even though that was a pretty good flincher, but we still got a pretty good hit. And a huge start pattern. So let's check it out here from the top. Jeez, check that out. That is absolutely insane. That is massive damage. You can see it definitely started to flatline a little bit towards the end, but man, that is crazy. And then we did make it into that second block, so that's always good. So let's see what kind of measurement we have here. We didn't get a blowout, but man, that's darn close. That is crazy. So I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get that second shot in, because it's definitely gonna disrupt that channel. But man, that's nuts. So at our widest spot there, man, that's a lot of damage for sure. Some of the most damage we've seen in a while. So that is 4 3/4 inches. So the thing was definitely moving out, and it definitely shows. 4 3/4 is quite a bit. That's usually up there with our 41, 44 mag type stuff. But you can see as soon as it came in, it looks like it exploded in there. You can see a ton of fragmentation going throughout that track. Huge star pattern for sure. A little bit more frag. And there it is in that second block. So let's see what kind of measurement we have from the side. It's pretty much from the very bottom of the block. Let's see. About 3, just about 3.5 there. So a little bit less from the side than the top, but man, that is crazy. That top damage is insane. And then you can see it is facing away from us. That bullet looked like it's shredded pretty good. And at our leading edge, we're at 3 3/4. So that's 14 3/4 inches of total penetration. So we are going to put a second shot in this block, but what we're going to have to do is actually flip it, because we're definitely going to end up colliding with that one, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. Let's see what we did on that one. All right, so impact velocity on that one was 1532, so definitely you know, a little bit less than that last shot, but still not too bad. All right, and there's that second shot. Looks like I got a decent hit. You can see right down in there, a pretty big star pattern. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, definitely not too bad. So it looks like as soon as that thing came in, once again, that thing kind of exploded. You can see quite a bit of frag going on, and it doesn't look like we interfered too much, which is good for that first shot. But you can see it has fragmentation going all the way through. Did settle down just a little bit, and then there it is in that second block. It is that one on the right. But definitely quite a bit of damage. So actually, before we do all that, let's get our measurement. So it doesn't look too wide from the top, not as much. We're right about 3 inches, definitely a little bit less, but check that out from the side though. Looks like we definitely had quite a bit more damage. So you can see as soon as that thing came in, kind of looks like it exploded a little bit. You can see fragmentation all the way through that track. Crazy stuff. And those XTPs, you know, usually hold together pretty good, but man, at those speeds, it's definitely can't keep up. But you see it did settle down a little bit, and then we are in that second block. So let's see our measurement from the side. Definitely looks a little bit more. It's basically from the very top to the very bottom of this block. We are just shy of that 4-inch mark, so definitely quite a bit. Pretty much the same as that last one over here. You know, insane. I don't even know what to say. That's crazy stuff for sure. And then you can see it is facing upward, so at our leading edge we are right at 4 1/8 inches. So that's 15 1/8 inches of you know, penetration for that second shot. So definitely pretty good. So I'm actually going to flip this block so we can get a little bit better view. All right, and here's after being flipped. So this first shot going away from us, actually I'm sorry, the first one going away from us is that first shot, and then the one coming towards us is that second shot. So here is that first one. Crazy damage. You can see it came in, opened up immediately, started dumping those petals, fragmentation, everything in there. Then it did settle down right towards the end. Then we did make it that second one. It is that one there on the top. And our second shot, same thing, came in, opened up. You could definitely tell a little bit less from the top on this one, but still dumping a ton of frag in there, going all the way through. You can see a little bit more here towards the end. And same thing made in that second block. It is that one there on the top. Man, that is definitely some impressive stuff. This one on the right is absolutely huge. So really cool to see, and definitely cool to see, you know, those numbers from that shorter barrel. I was definitely not expecting. I was kind of thinking, you know, right in that 357 SIG area, but really good to see that it's worth paying that extra couple bucks. But anyways, let's pull these rounds and see what they look like. All right, check these things out. Looks like they both got some pretty awesome expansion, and they definitely started to make it to their breaking point for sure. So one on the right was that first shot, one on the left was that second shot. So here's that first shot. Let's see if we can focus. You can see that thing definitely open up really nicely. Huge mushrooming. You can see it peel those petals back really far over that base. Looks like a little comet going through, but man, that is insane. Those velocities were definitely pushing these XTPs. And here's that second one. Pretty much same exact thing. Open up really nice. Peel those petals really far back, and just crazy amount of damage for sure. Super impressive stuff for sure, especially out of that little bit shorter barrel. We will be testing out of a 6-inch here soon, so definitely look forward to that. So we'll do one time from the bottom. So one on the right was that first shot, one on the left was that second shot, and last time from the top. So like I always do, guys, we'll rinse these out, get our still shots, slow-mo, all that good stuff here at the end. But that one was a 9x25mm Dillon 124gr Underwood XTP, and these are the ones I was having issues with the split casing and all that stuff. And you know, but still some pretty good ammo. But there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, so there's that cross section for that first shot. You can see we have some absolutely huge cuts down in here. Massive damage for sure. So I did remeasure both of these. They are peaking right at 4 3/4 and averaging right at that 4.5 inch mark. And like I said, on the field, we haven't seen, you know, numbers like that since we've tested, you know, 41 Magnum and 44 Magnum. That's usually what they are, you know, getting. So to see it, this Dillon do it, is actually super impressive. And that bullet was moving too, so you know, really good to see there. So let's cut it open. All right, so here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side and this top is the left. So you can see probably right that 1/8 inch mark. You know, normally we're getting right at that 1/4 inch, but this one actually opened up a little bit sooner. You can see where it started to open up, getting that huge path going through. So it's not as wide as whenever I had it from the top view, because it was more left and right than it was, you know, kind of up and down. But you could definitely tell, you know, just the amount of damage that's still going on in there. There's some huge cuts, and they are way down in there too. Absolutely massive damage. And same on this top side. This side you could probably see it a little bit better, but literally right on impact, that thing is starting to open up. You can see that path. It is shedding a ton of fragmentation. You know, those bullets are definitely not made for that kind of velocity, and I really wish they still loaded the nozzler in this, because I'm sure it would be doing quite a bit of damage. Of course, we wouldn't be getting penetration with it, but I'm sure that you know, initial couple inches would be crazy. But it is definitely really cool to see the amount of damage that XTP is doing at that speed. And I have tested this out of a, you know, full size 6-inch barrel that, you know, what everything's rated out of, and we were coming super close to that 1700 feet per second. But it was really cool to see, you know, out of basically a 4-inch barrel without those ports on, you know, how much damage is going on. But same on that side, a little bit different angle. You can see, sorry, it keeps falling. But you can see how deep those cuts are, man. Just massive amount of damage for sure. And same on this side. You know, over 1600 feet per second is definitely no joke. And, you know, 700 foot-pounds for that little you know, G29 is definitely very impressive. Pretty crazy stuff. But there we go. That one was that first shot. All right, and here's that cross section for that second shot. So you can definitely see we got some nice big splitting here too. Not as wide, but very close. This one was going a little bit slower, about 80 feet per second, you know, give or take, than that first shot. So it was definitely moving. It was kind of a bummer to see that that stuff's not that consistent. I'm sure, you know, if I shot a few more rounds, I'd really see what's going on. But, you know, out of the two shots, they were kind of far apart from each other, but still pretty good. So I did remeasure these. These are right at 4 inches. That's their peak and that's their average. So about 1/2 inch less than that, you know, last shot, but still pretty darn good. So let's cut it open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side and this top is the left. So pretty much like the last one, right around that 1/8 inch mark where it started to open up. You can see that pretty nice path going through. This one was actually a little bit wider going up and down than it was left or right, so you can kind of see it a little bit better. But you can see those nice wide splits in there. It did drag in quite a bit of that cotton t-shirt. There's a little bit of fragmentation. I did actually pull quite a bit of frag out. This was that first shot, and then this was that second shot. So like, you know, we always do here at the end with our pictures and all that, I will do our retained weights as well. But we definitely got quite a bit of damage. And same on this top side, came in, started to parachute open pretty much immediately. You can see that nice wide path, and same thing, dumping a bunch of that fabric in there, a lot more fragmentation. And just some crazy splits, man. It was really good to see those numbers, like I said, out of that, you know, a little bit shorter barrel. I'm definitely, you know, pretty impressed with it. I did just get a 6-inch barrel as well, so we will have, you know, that full size 6-inch, what it's rated for, pretty soon. So that should definitely be pretty fun. One more quick angle. You can see the amount of damage that's going on. Just tearing that gel up. And same over here. Just a crazy amount of damage. Really cool stuff. And you know, I think super loud and super fun to shoot. I've been wanting to have the, you know, Dillon back for a while. One of our buddies, Mr. Lee, let us borrow that 6-inch a while back, and ever since then I kind of been hooked. So glad we'll have it back on the channel now. But there we go, guys. That one was that 124 grain 9x25mm Dillon, loaded by Underwood. Thanks again for watching, guys.